Well, I last spoke to the pitbull Jeremy Smith last year in June after he broke his arm in training, an injury that forced him to withdraw from a fight with JP Kruger, which would have been a cracking scrap. He's back and ready to roll and joins me now in studio. Jeremy, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. If I remember, that was a spinning back fist you tried against a training partner that broke your ulnar bone in two. I mean, I assume you're back fighting fit now.
No, it's perfect now. It's healed completely. Yeah, it's strong again. I don't know if I'm going to try that one again, but it's not tender. It's taken kicks and knees, and it's just felt good.
Great. Isn't it an indication of how tough you CIT guys are when you break your arm in two against an opponent's head? I mean, it's you guys are tough though, aren't you?
No, we train hard. We train hard and fight easy. That's the motto we live by. So the more work you put in the camp, the easier the fight is.
So you're ready to roll. Yes. You're ready to fight. I mean, have you got a fight lined up next? What's going on then?
Yes, I do. I've actually signed with an organisation called Brave. I'm going to be fighting on their first card in Curitiba, Brazil. I'm looking forward to it. It's a nice stepping stone for me to get out there again. So. Yeah.
Wow, so that's their first fight card of the year in Brazil, and you've already you've signed with them, have you?
Signed with them already. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so this is Brave MMA, organisation based in Bahrain. You're straight away in Brazil. Who's your opponent? Do you know?
Marcos Parata.
And you're fighting at middleweight.
Fighting at middleweight, correct.
Wow, what do you make of him? Is he tough?
Yeah, he looks good. Looks tough. More of a stand-up fighter as far as I could see. So it's going to be a nice fight. I think, that's why they're going to put us together. I think he's fighting in his hometown, right. So he'll have the advantage of that. But I've always fought as an underdog, so I don't mind that.
Yeah, I mean, with Brazilian, you've got to be careful with his ground game. But I'm assuming, being at CIT all this time with Mornay and those guys, that you're ready for that, aren't you?
Yeah, no, we're ready for that. We've got a Tiller covering our ground as well, so he knows his story.
So is it a multi-fight contract you signed with them?
Yes, I did. I signed a 3-fight deal.
A 3-fight deal. Yeah. And why do you decide to sign with Brave? I mean, you've been fighting professionally at the highest level for so many years now, with a variety of international organisations. You could have chosen your pick. So why do you choose Brave?
Well, the way that it was really nice to work with them, and they treated me nicely, and the organisation, they looked after you. I felt they were going to look after me, and I thought that would be a nice plateau for me to get out there again and to showcase my abilities. And the nice thing about it is it's around the world. It's not just one country, so I get to travel and fight in different places, different opponents, and it looks like a good place to showcase my abilities.
Yeah, because you're not the only South African fighting on that fight card, are you? I think Reedy Roots fighting on
Yes, I heard there was someone else fighting.
Because that's really unheard of. I mean, at the moment, we're just aware of Gareth McClellan fight, the only South African fighter fighting internationally. And all of a sudden, you've got Brave coming into the market, and boom, you've got 2 South Africans on the first fight card of the year. Yeah, amazing.
Well, I think it's brilliant to get us out there. We need to step out and get out of our little shell at the bottom here. We need to, and we've got good talent. We need to get better. And the only way we're going to get better is by fighting internationally.
Yeah, they're quite an interesting bunch, aren't they? Because they're owned by Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, who's a Bahraini prince and military officer. And in fact, we do have some footage from the weekend of His Highness remaining undefeated, taking the decision against Manish Kumar. Absolutely incredible. And I can't imagine Prince William doing this in Bama, can you? It's really quite incredible. Royal owners who fight professionally. So they've been cool to deal with. I mean, have you met them?
Yeah, I haven't met them personally, obviously, but I've chatted to them. They're very cool to talk to. Obviously, they understand the fighter, because they do it. So he understands what's going into training, he understands what you've got to put into it. So he's very lenient in certain things like that. So he's not like, he understands what you're doing. So he understands what you put into it.
So are you still contracted with the EFC, or were they cool with this? Or
they were very understanding about me going overseas. They didn't hold back on anything. They were very happy, and they just wished me all the best and said, go ahead and make South Africa proud.
Wow, that's fantastic. Because Brave are also making some really great signings other than yourself. As a Brit, I'm really excited to see Charlie Leary enter their lightweight division. And Frankie Edgar, a veteran UFC fighter, joins our good friend Cyrus Fees in the commentary booth for Brazil. But these guys aren't playing around, are they? They're making some great signings.
Well, I think they got some good backing. So,
I take it you're going to remain then at CIT.
Yes,
and you're not going to be a stranger to the South African
No, of course not. No, I'll still be based here, and I'll be training here, and then I'll just fight overseas. I'm very happy at the CIT camp with Mornay and Tiller and all the guys there. We have a great camp. I think we're the best camp in the country. Good group of guys, and we all have the same mindset. So.
Of course, we had the news this week that Michiel tested positive, unfortunately. Well, you're his teammate and his friend. What was your immediate reaction to this?
I was shocked. It was also, they haven't really released exactly what the testing thing was. It was some sort of substance that he could have picked up in meat. He's still got a hearing or something like that. I don't know the exact, I don't want to get into it. It's not mine. They've got a hearing to deal with. I was very shocked about it. So it kind of took me off guard because Michiel of all people. So
Yeah.
maybe it has positive for. Yeah, but that's it.
Yeah, he's the last person on the entire EFC roster I'd really
Expect.
What else have you got coming up this year in 2007? So you're concentrating on Brave, you're concentrating on 3 fights, you've got Curitiba, it's the end of February in Brazil. It's going to be a cracking fight. We'll be covering them one way or another, so don't worry if we'll be able to see some of Jeremy's fight there, that's for sure. But what else you got going on?
I think they've actually moved it to March 18th.
Is it to March
I think it's
now?
March 18th,
Okay.
yeah. Just,
Cool.
I just wanted to focus on that for now, get that out the way, and then go on to the next opponent. So I'm just happy to be back in fighting. I've been off for too long, obviously the injuries and a little bit of setbacks, but yeah, I'm back now and I'm ready, and I've been training hard. I've been training hard for the last 2 years. It's not like I haven't been training. I've been training just waiting for a fight. So.
Yeah, it's been 2.5 years since your
almost 2.5 years. Yeah.
But any idea about cage arrest straight out the window? Absolutely no problem.
We'll be fighting every day in the gym, so it should be fun.
Well, Jeremy, good luck with Brave. We're
Thank you so much,
We're going to be following Brave and following your fight, and you're going to bring the win home back to Pretoria, mate. Good luck.
I just wanted to say thanks a lot to Brave for giving me the opportunity, and for South Africans to follow in my footsteps, maybe. It would be great, and yeah, thanks a lot. I really appreciate that.
Cool, mate. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
That's your lot for this week's episode of The Clinch. Don't forget you can get hold of us through all the usual social media accounts. If there's anything whatsoever that you want to share or you want to see, please get hold of us. You can also email us, theclinch@enca.com. Join me next week for more insight, features and interviews. Thanks for watching. Be good.